It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and this one features Ernest Jones. He put up numbers last week with a 9-tackle performance. It's the Rams and the Colts, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
First opened back in 2008, there's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Rams set to go to work on offense, and they're led by a man who topped the 50,000-yard mark in passing for his career a season ago. In year 15 now, here's Matthew Stafford.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Here's Stafford. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers. Gets past one man. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here's a 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Stafford. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So here come the Colts to take over for the first time, and leading the way is the number 4 pick in the draft out of Florida. Here's Anthony Richardson.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 20 carries, 63 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. On the option left, Richardson. Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Here's 2nd and 10. Richardson on 2nd and 10. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he pulls it in for the Colts touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, with this rookie QB, we talked a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Stafford. And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll give this to Akers running right. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Stafford. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They'll lead the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Throwing is Stafford. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Samson Abuka. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. Deep to return is Josh Downs. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. 2nd drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. Now 2nd and 5. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
First and 10, Taylor now. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Second down, here's Richardson. Oh, and that is incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Richardson looking to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And taken right at the 35. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. As they've got it as we resume action. Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Richardson's throw caught by Pierce. And the Colts Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Yeah, they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 37.
He starts with a give to Akers.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. They'll go again here with Akers.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
To throw is Stafford. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach...
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes.
Ndamukong Suh coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Richardson. And he's got Pierce.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. It's a gain of 34.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45.
Now Richardson back to throw it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Aaron Donald with a sack.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Now Richardson.
And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
L.A. set to take over again on offense.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line. But when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, it could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control. And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Returnable for Grant. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. This one brought in by Jefferson. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And his throw is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Colts taking the field again. Running back Jonathan Taylor at center stage. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Over the middle, into the hands of Woods. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Richardson. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Josh Downs as the first half is winding down. And the Colts would extend their lead here just before halftime. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now 21-0. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
2nd and 10. Stafford now to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. And he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, and they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see, currently, they trail in that ball game. Odell Beckham, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. A touchdown pass there for Jalen Hurts. What a first half we saw from the number 4 overall pick back in April, Anthony Richardson. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play.
Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And the half will begin with a touchback. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. First and 10, it's Richardson. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Richardson had his hands on it but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Richardson on 3rd and short. Eluding the pressure right. Pushing his way inside the 40. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Again, it's Taylor. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Colts are able to add on to that lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
And 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the ready for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
A nice carry by Akers, and what a journey it was for him last season. Coming off of injury, away from the team for a while, he did come back later in the season and led them with almost 800 yards. Still scratching the surface of what he can do. He can be a dynamic presence on the field.
This a 2nd and 8. From the 50, Stafford. Middle of the field to Jefferson. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and 1, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Akers is into the end zone. Touchdown, L.A. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal.
The extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 85 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a first down. Quick throw out wide, and Pierce has got it. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Richardson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Here comes Grant on the return. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game,
and as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Stafford. He'll dump this off to Akers. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. From the 50, it's Stafford. And he'll find McLeod on the right side, complete. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Cup. Stafford to his #1 guy, Cup, for a Los Angeles first. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. This 2nd and 4. Here's Stafford. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. But DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there. Saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Face mask. Defense.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30. So now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Akers.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Cam Akers,
his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way.
And he finally runs out of gas, but not before he's inside the 10-yard line.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
Indianapolis offense ready to go again. The big kick return nearly resulted in 6. Now they'll try to finish the job here. 1st and goal.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Again, it'll be Taylor.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Colts are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by Gay is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football.
No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from blocking.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Gay for the Colts field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And 3rd and 8 now. Back to throw. Stafford. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Now, defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. Again, it's Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. 20! And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Hang on here. We got an injury. And, yeah, it's Cooper Kupp who's going to receive some attention following that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Tackle made by Zaire Franklin. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get your reset. Here's a 2nd and 8. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go on fourth. Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 113 yards rushing for him now to this point. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Tackled by Jonathan Grenard. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for the Colts, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.